everyone, it's Avery. If you're watching this, that means you found my time capsule and time capsule video from the year 2020. Today's date is April 26, 2020. I've decided to make a time capsule for potentially my kids or grandkids as a way to document everything that I've been going through the past few months, because I know that eventually this current time period will be marked as historical and will eventually be taught in history classes around the globe for years and years to come. And by historical, I mean I'm currently 18 years old, a high school senior, and living through a global pandemic, which is something that doesn't happen every day. This pandemic, known as the coronavirus or COVID-19, has wreaked havoc across the entire globe for the majority of 2020, and it's only April. For some background knowledge on the disease, if you don't know anything about it, according to Fox News in late January of this year, nearly 7,736 confirmed cases of the coronavirus were documented in China. With that, 170 deaths, with a speculation of thousands already carrying the virus. At this point in the year, no one in the United States had heard much about the virus or paid attention to it for that matter, because it had only been documented in foreign countries like China and Italy. However, it wasn't long before the first case made its way to the U.S. According to CBS News, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention confirmed the first case of the virus in the United States on January 21st. A man in his late 30s who had returned home to Washington after traveling in Wuhan, China, began experiencing the respiratory symptoms associated with the virus. It wasn't long after this first case that other cases began popping up in other states, and everyone in the United States began panicking. And by panicking, I mean going to grocery stores and buying years' worth of supply of toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and hand towels. These items went on a national shortage list and just came back in stock recently. We made it halfway through March before colleges began shutting down for the rest of the semester, with continuing their coursework online. Next, K through 12 schools began shutting down. According to Forbes magazine, the first 4 states to shut down K through 12 schools were Michigan, New Mexico, Maryland, and Ohio. On March 13th, Governor Henry McMaster, the current governor of South Carolina where I live, ordered a 2-week break from school for those in charge of education to decide whether or not we would continue in-person schooling for the rest of the year. However, after the 2 weeks were up, they decided to extend the break even further until nearly the end of this month, April. Once schools began shutting down, everything else started shutting down. Malls shut down to keep people from gathering in large crowds. Disney World shut down, which I didn't even think was possible. Zoos shut down to protect the animals. Restaurants are only offering drive-through and takeout options. We're not allowed to eat inside. During this quarantine, I've tried to keep myself busy by doing other activities that I now have the time to do. I've painted my room, I've gone on countless walks, I've gone fishing, I've done puzzles, I've read books, I've done a ton of DIY crafts. However, as the weeks continue passing by, I'm missing out on so many senior events that were planned but haven't been attended. April 4th, the day of my senior prom, came and went without me dressing up or getting to go eat with my friends or take pictures. And finally, on April 22nd of this week, Governor McMaster ordered that we would not go back to school for the rest of the school year. It's been really disheartening because I've been in school for 13 years and I've been looking forward to these last 2 months for as long as I can remember, because they contain so many of the fun senior year events. And now I'm not even getting to attend those, and I don't know if I'll even get to make them up. I don't know if they'll reschedule prom or I'll even have a real graduation or class day or senior picnic. And I know that there are people in the world that are hurting way more than I am, but as a high school senior, this time has been exceptionally hard. I know that eventually the world will heal and we will go back to the way things were, but I won't get this time back to make senior year memories, and I won't get another senior year. With all that being said, I've decided to leave a few items in my time capsule that I've been sort of holding on to as mementos to keep me going through this time. The first is this picture of me and my friends from a football game in October. This is a reminder that not all of senior year was a waste and that I did get to create some fun memories. The next item is my tassel that goes on my graduation cap. I'm still hoping that I'll get a real graduation and that I'll get to turn this at some point and walk across the stage and get a diploma. And the last item is this butterfly necklace that my best friend Gabby gave me on my 18th birthday. Most people think of 18 as a fun year because it's the first year that you're legally an adult. However, I've spent all of my adult life in quarantine. But this necklace reminds me that I still have good friends and that even though I can't do much, I'll still always have good friends. And lastly, to anyone out there watching this video, don't take life for granted. Go out there and live. Have as much fun as you can while you can. Make as many memories as you can. Don't sit on the couch and don't stay home. Go out there and live your life, because you never know when it'll all get taken away from you and you're left living a life that you never even thought possible or considered. Just go out and live. Thank you for watching.